Alright. Talking to the microphone.
Testing.
Perfect. Start with your name, your like a little bit about yourself, and just like your introduction, and if you have any measurements or like things you want to give about that.
Okay. Well, my government name is Angela Franklin, but I go by artist name Flowing Goddess. I'm an artist. I like model, music, poetry, things like that, and I'm cool with branching out into other things. I really don't know my measurements that well because I'm very fluid in the clothes that I wear. So I wear a lot of men's clothes sometimes, and I know in there it's like 30 in the waist. And I'm a 9 in shoes and men, so that's just about all I know about my measurements.
You know how tall you are?
I'm 5'8".
Okay, perfect. You talked about like what type of artists you have. Do you have any talk about the experience that you've had in modeling so far?
Sure. It's really been mainly photo shoots. I've done just one way, and that was an adrenaline rushing experience for me. I mean, anytime I get in front of a camera, it's adrenaline rushing for me because it took a while for me to learn to love myself and be comfortable with my body and the way that I look. And so now it's just, I'm more comfortable in being in that type of setting. But for me, modeling is just a way for me to branch out into another sector of the art industry and something that I'm natural at. And so I took a liking to it.
So that's, you talked about a little bit like how you got into it, but like what made you want to become a model? Like what made you want to go ahead and do?
I'd say it was my freshman year of college, and I was participating in a lot of extracurricular activities. And one event that I was in, it involved, the people taking photos of us. And I'm the flamboyant person in the crowd. I'm the hype man, the person that gets the party started. And so I'm in the front of the camera and I'm just, posing. And they're like, you're very photogenic. And, I'm just like, really? You think so? And so I just, took that and ran away with it and just started doing modeling.
Tell us some of your goals in becoming a model. Like, what do you want to do? Like, what is your main goal in doing this?
Definitely. Ultimately, I want to travel. I feel like modeling is one way that I'll be able to see the world and get to meet different people and kind of tell my story, because there is a backstory to me and how I got started with my whole artistry. So I just feel that I need to reach as many people as I can, just the fact that I'm different, and a lot of people who identify the way that I identify, it'll be an inspiration to them.
Good. Do you got any role models or people that you aspire to be, or somebody that gives you inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about that.
Definitely. Kalani is one of the artists out there that I really pay attention to and listen to, and she really inspires me. She's just a free spirit, and I'm a free spirit as well. So I just like the fact that when it comes to doing what you love to do, that you don't care what nobody else has to say about it. You're just being you, genuinely.
Talk about what type of shoots would you want to do in the future? Where do you think you want to, if this was a business owner, who's maybe in the corporate commercials, or what type of things industries do you want to be in?
I definitely aspire to be an androgynous model. I'm non-binary, so I don't really go by any of the male-female binary standards that society throws on us. So I really just like to be free with, the way that I present myself, and fluid in the way that I present myself. And so androgynous modeling is something that I've taken a look into and that I really like watching. So I want to get into that.
Perfect. If a business owner was watching this and they wanted to get in contact with you or wanted to see some of your work, social media information, go ahead and give that to us.
Definitely. I have an artist page on Facebook. It's called Flowing Goddess Poetry. You can also find me on Instagram. It's fluido.diosa. In Spanish, FLUIDO.DIOSA. And yeah, from there you can find my other social medias, my SoundCloud, and everything from
Do you want to say anything else to the people, or would you have something like if you want one thing for people to know about you, like what would that be? Like, go ahead.
There's so much, but
take your time. You got about 5 minutes left.
The one thing that I want to say that people have trouble understanding about me is that I don't want to be called she, her. My pronouns are they, them. And so when you use those towards me, that lets me know that you really thoroughly respect me as an individual. So.
Perfect.